Welcome to Serenity Rising, Healing with Cancer. I'm Bron and I want to welcome you to not just a podcast, but to a community. A new way of seeing, feeling and walking through the chaos of cancer. Think of this as your third space, the space between science and soul, evidence and perspective, where we explore what it really means to heal. And it's in that space that the Serenity Now cards live. Now, these cards were born out of my own healing chaos, not as another way to fix or force or figure out, but as a way to feel, especially in the chaos, to put a name to what I was feeling and to gently point towards what was possible. Each card holds two words. On one side, a state of many of us know only too well, like fear, fatigue, overwhelm, grief. And on the flip side, a quiet alternative. Words like peace, strength, trust, and ease. Now, these are not instructions. They're not affirmations. They're more like an invitation, a way to check in where you are and a quick flip kind of thing. Not with effort, but with presence. Now, they're part of a compass, part companion. It's a daily way to reconnect with your GPS for healing, but let me explain. So just like Google Maps, you get out your phone, you open up your maps, and you set the destination to your healing self. It calibrates, and there you have it, a lovely blue line to follow to show you where you need to go. And as you go along, you suddenly have a sharp left turn, totally unexpected, and it's certainly not what you wanted. But that blue line on your Google map, heading to the destination of your healing self, it'll recalibrate. It finds a new way and boom, off you go again, my friends. The Serenity Project isn't about rainbows and lollipops or being a Pollyanna. It's about knowing no matter what, there is a way to feel the best you can feel inside. Just like getting out your phone, opening your apps, and let that good old blue line guide you there. Now, the great thing about finding calm is that every Google map is different. The way you get to your destination is going to be different to mine, which is why when I share things like this that I find to be helpful, I call them just a thought, because the last thing we all need, people, is another action step, right? It's not about giving you a list of things to do, or worse, a schedule to get you up at 5 and meditating by 5:10 if you don't want to. Okay, and today's card. It's the one that meets many of us exactly where we are, especially when it comes to scans. Tension. Now, tension, just the word might already bring that feeling inside your body. It might be in your shoulders. It might make your breath shallow. For me, it's in my gut. It's more jagged than usual because tension isn't a weakness. It's a signal. It's a call from your nervous system saying, hang on, get ready to brace. And often we are bracing against the next scan result, the next conversation, the next unknown. But tension, if we let it, can also be a doorway. It's a whisper that something inside us is asking us to soften, which brings ease. So on the other hand, it's not the opposite of challenge. It's a quietening, a deeper inner knowing that says, even here, I can exhale. So let me tell you a little story. There I was one morning not long ago when I sat on the edge of my bed holding this very card. The tension was thick. I had a doctor's appointment the next day. My brain was spinning, my chest was tight, and I felt really sick in my belly. And I was trying hard not to project to the next day. So I turned that card over and it says ease. I didn't suddenly feel better, people, but I did remember that I had a choice. I took a breath. I let my shoulders drop and I gave myself permission not to fix the tension, but to just let it be, to soften around it. That's what these cards do. They offer a reframe, a shift, or a flip. Now, science backs me up here too. When we live in tension, our sympathetic nervous system starts on high alert. That's survival mode. But ease, even micro moments of it, activates the parasympathetic system. That's your rest and restore mode. That's where healing happens. So how do we move from tension to ease? What a great question. Not with force, not with presence. Let's do a tiny practice together, wherever you are, and if it feels safe to do so, let's take a slow breath in through the nose and a longer breath out through the mouth. Again, inhale gently, exhale fully. Now ask yourself, where am I gripping today? What parts of me can let go just a little? Where do I have choice? So when we're finding serenity, we're focusing back on the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept what I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, just hit pause for 2 seconds. When we say God, it's whatever you want to believe, whether it's the universe, whether it's a higher power, or whether it's Dennis. Because there's no perfection here, guys. We're just naming and we're just feeling, and that's it. Because healing isn't something you can force. Because wherever there's tension, we have ease. It lives inside you. So if tension is with you today, or you're waiting for your next scan, you're not doing anything wrong. You're simply being human and holding on tight. But let today be a day where you trade just 1 second for the tension and breathe in ease, because your healing matters every day. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been great having you here. And what I would love you to do is leave a comment or ask a question using my fan link below this episode and on every episode that we post. I would love to hear your thoughts, your questions, and I'll get back to you. Have a great day and bye for now.